Hello and welcome back to DAWG News. I'm Eric Marshall. School spirit is running high at Mediapolis this week as homecoming arrives. Student Council organized homecoming games as well as dress-up days for this week. We'll go to Ethan for more.
Homecoming is a very exciting time for all, especially the football players. But the fun goes beyond just the dance and the game. There are many activities for all high schoolers to participate in. The week of homecoming game, everyone shows their school spirit by dressing up on the designated days planned by Student Council. This year's dress-up days were Pajama Day, Retro Day, Denim Day, Beach Day, and lastly Orange and Black Day. Friday night, the Mediapolis Bulldogs will be facing the Wapello Indians on our home field.
I think that that's bad news for Wapello.
It promises to be a good game, with the dance to follow. Don't forget to wish your best of luck with our Bulldogs before they fight out yet another game, most assuredly solidifying a strong victory over our rivals. Not to be forgotten is the Mr. Touchdown announcement Thursday night, followed by a bonfire and the legendary TP of Meepo. Friday, the school runs on an early out schedule, and then the students can participate in the homecoming games, a fight between the classes. But don't get too angry. Come Friday night, we all need to unite to cheer on our Bulldogs.
Here's to a good year for the art club. If you would like to join, talk to Mrs. Hine or the new president, Jackie Dungy.
I feel super happy about being elected art club president because I've kind of been working for this ever since I got into high school. It just feels really nice that I've finally achieved my goals into working up to this. We have a lot of fundraising ideas going on. We're thinking about doing painting days where we invite the community in and we'll just sit down and paint. Bake sales possibly where we decorate cupcakes, all sorts of stuff.
This is really one of those heartwarming moments in sports where you just, oh my God!
With the game coming on Friday, Jay and Lacy interviewed coaches Jeff Martin and Todd Borison for details on the upcoming season.
We asked Coach Martin about how he thinks the season is going.
I think both the JV and the varsity seasons are going very well right now. Neither team has lost, and we have played fairly well in the games that we've been in. There's always room for improvement, but I really like the way this group is going right now.
When we asked Coach Borison about the team, he said he thinks the team is doing good, but there is room for improvement.
A little bit. I think the varsity has tons of potential. I think we've got a lot more depth than what we thought we might have had at the beginning of the year, and I think it's I think we're heading in the right direction, and it's exciting when you can be at the midway point and be undefeated, and I just think that we are still going to play a lot better football as we go.
Coach Borison believes that most of the injuries are less severe than many think, but we are rather keeping an eye out for future injuries, and we are moving toward a more positive future.
Well, I think a lot of it is I think there's two things. When you play really hard, injuries happen. I think the second one is, we're in a time in athletics where we really keep a close eye on potential injuries. And so I think a lot of times, we're trying to be on the pro side of making sure something isn't real bad. So sometimes injuries really aren't injuries, so to speak. But again, I think it looks like we're getting close to being back to 100% healthy, and I think that's a good thing.
On the homecoming game, Coach Borison said he has faith in the coaches to bring us to victory.
I think that that's bad news for Wapello. So it's exciting.
Be quiet!
John, that is the President of the United States.
I don't care who it is, he's ruining Hamlet.
We have come to Jerry Woods for an update on the fall musical, Back to the 80s.
Musical is the weekend before Thanksgiving, usually the third weekend in November. It's called Back to the 80s, and essentially it's got a little operetta. They're little introductions to 80s songs. If you were around in the 80s, or if you're a fan of the 80s, you'll be happy with the musical, because if it's an 80s song, it's on there. About 26. There were 26 songs in this musical. Exactly 26. Some reprise, some are sung over, but 26. A character name I'm not real familiar with yet, but it's the lead is a male, adult male, who's having memories of the 80s. So he comes out, he narrates something, and then after he's through narrating, a scene comes back to play out what he just talked about. We're just now in the process of trying out, so we haven't got a cast yet. When that happens, we're talking about a new rehearsal schedule, maybe a little better rehearsal schedule. Right now, that's about it. Auditions are taking place this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We should have a cast posted probably by Friday, maybe Monday, depends. And then we're basically going to contact coaches with our list to work out practice with them. So.
This has been the second episode of DAWG News. We'll see you next time. I'm Eric Marshall.